we'll have a little fun with it. Right? So Stroud went number 1.
Yeah.
Bryce Young went second. So no shock there. Quarterbacks
Yep.
went.
Then Anthony Richardson, Devin Witherspoon, Jalen Carter, Will Levis, Christian Gonzalez, Peter Strongski, Tyree Wilson. Honestly, I think these are going to be the top 10 picks. Whatever order they come, I really believe these are going to be the top 10 picks.
Can you zoom that in a little bit, Mikey? Any possible way for the chat?
We start losing stuff, so
that's okay. I mean, we'll figure it out in a minute. I mean, chat, can you see that with the way it was before? Just curious, because if it was,
nope. Yeah. If I zoom it in, we lose the we lose.
Yeah,
the board.
Then keep it like that. Then
yeah, we lose the
we'll
board.
We'll tell you guys. Go ahead.
Let's see something. No,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing, Mikey.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's fine. We can be on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go over here. Run down. Then Van Ness. JSN went at 12. Quentin Johnson went at 15. Darnell Wright went at 17.
No, you can input Scott, but we're gonna, ultimately it's gonna be, whoever is the GM, Brandon Beane, is gonna wind up making a pick. But yes, you guys can, if you want, of course, definitely you're the chat. You could be part of this. You could definitely give your thoughts, but we're gonna wind up giving our thoughts, and he ultimately he's gonna make the pick.
Yeah. So where do you want to start? Well, we'll start with Jerick. You tell us, what position do you want to start with? Look at.
It's going to surprise a lot of people, guys. But
come on, Jerick Beane.
We got to make a splash. We got to make a splash here.
Ooh.
I'm going with the one technique. I want interior defensive lineman.
All right, so let's take a look at who's on there. Mezzie Smith, Washington or Michigan. Keanu Benton, Siaka Ika. Those are the top 3. Mezzie Smith is the only one who has a first-round grade.
And that's what we're taking.
Oh, wow. He's not even going to listen to us. He just went straight
you're not going
with one tech. He knew what he wanted.
I knew what I wanted.
Let me talk to you.
That came automatically. I looked for him. I'm like, that's our guy.
Oh man, Brandon Beane said, "Get the hell out of the room, guys. This is what we're doing."
He said, "No,
I don't want to hear no talking."
You ain't give me nothing. I know who I'm going with. All right. Then went Will McDonald, Osiris Torrance.
Oh, you made people mad already, Beane. You got Twitter. You got the Twitter world going. Yeah, I think Twitter's going. Twitter's going nuts.
Well, Beane, by going D tackle, you have missed out on both Drew Sanders and Trenton Simpson and Jack Campbell.
Okay. Let me remind people, this is the weakest inside linebacking draft class we've had in 10 years on paper.
But are any of those guys better than who we have in the building today?
No.
Drew
Sanders has the upside, but Drew Sanders is a hybrid. He's not a true inside linebacker.
What?
Jack Campbell
I do agree with you. I do agree with you that Drew Sanders is a hybrid, and he's only been playing off-ball linebacker for 1 year.
Jack Campbell is the only true inside linebacker in this draft class that I would consider taking in the first round. That's the only person I would consider. Trent Simpson is not. Trent Simpson is a hybrid. I saw what they did with Clemson as soon as they actually moved him inside of that inside linebacking class, and it was just the dude had a very tough time with block shedding, and that's just
you are getting killed, Beane.
You're getting roasted
for this pick.
Okay,
everybody, listen. Everyone's saying reach, but let me ask everyone a question. Let me ask everyone in the chat a question. Is it harder to find that interior defense? Is it harder to find that interior nose tackle, or is it harder to find a true inside linebacker?
In this draft?
No, just in general.
In general, the defensive tackle is a more premium position than the
inside linebacker. It's a more premium position. Yes, it's a more premium position.
I get what you're going there.
What do people want nowadays? They want the DJ Readers of the world, right? They want the I forgot the Tampa Bay Buccaneers player, defensive player. It's escaping me, but they want him. They want the Kenny Clarks of the world. Look at that Bengals game in the playoffs. What happened when we were missing Daquan Jones? We could not stop a cold. because we were lacking that one technique that can play as a two-gap player, a guy that can stuff the run, cause disruption as far as getting guys more opportunities. Why did Ed Oliver not really have? Notice this: when Daquan Jones was not in the lineup, Ed Oliver could not do anything at all. He is a guy that takes advantage of opportunities depending on what our one technique is. That big nasty player. The one technique is a much more premium position player than that true inside linebacking class. Plus, I do think that you can find some really, really good value in the later rounds at the inside linebacking class. Defensive tackle, it's really three guys, three true one techniques in this draft class, and then it's gone. And they're probably going to be gone the first 2 or 3 rounds.
By the way, real quick,
I disagree with you there completely on the defense on the one techs, because you have a Broderick Martin that you'll probably be able to get at the beginning of day 3.
Let him know, by the way, Jerick, we can trade up and down in this if you
okay.
trade.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
including for players. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay. Yep.
All right, go ahead.
So we'll go on. I disagree with you on the fact. I think where the issue lies between when you're looking at premium value. Do I agree that D tackle, a one tech or a 3 tech is more premium than a linebacker? Yes, but I look at the depth fall off. Outside of Jack Campbell, there's not a linebacker in this draft that I would truly take. Maybe Drew Sanders if we're going to change our scheme and rush him a little bit more. We can't take him as a true coverage linebacker like we used Edmonds, because that's not his skill set. Outside of that, there's not any linebackers in this that really fit that. They're all undersized and more weak side than middle. And they've already said that they're not going to move Milano. So when I look at the talent depth between the two, there is more defensive tackles that are and they may not be the Mazie Smith first round grade guys, but there's a deeper class of D tackles than there are linebackers.
But I would say more for 3 technique than 1 technique in my personal opinion, from what I've just scouted, because I look at guys like maybe a Keanu Benton, a guy that's more of a 3 technique guy than more than a 1. I mean, Garvin Dexter is definitely more of a 3 technique compared to a 1, and he definitely has more. I have way more concerns about him, especially with this get off. The dude struggles when it comes to get off. I like Apu Ika. That's probably the only other player that I would consider, because that's a guy that's extremely explosive. He has that 340 frame. I think Mazi Smith is a much better pass rusher, a guy that is a much better pass rushing skill set. I think he's stronger than Apu, but Apu's probably one guy that I would probably consider in the second, third, as far as taking that true one technique guy in this draft.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey,
all right,
he's the GM.
You're the GM. This is your draft, brother. I'm just telling you, from my side where I see. Because you could have went Jack Campbell at 27 and then Saki Ika at 59, and then hit 2 positions within your first 2, or for whatever reason everybody wants a right tackle, which I hate to burst your bubble. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
But that's fine. They're going to have their way next week.
Yeah, our chat loves right tackle, boy.
Right tackle and wide receiver.
It's just not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, anyways, where do you want to go with the second one? What position you want to look at?
Okay, let me take a look at the board.
Well, I was going to break it down by position, or you can just look at best available.
Ooh.
All right, so yeah, go to best available right now.
It's on.
Okay, guys, right I see it. I see it right here.
Okay.
Oh man.
We're gonna look at interior offensive lineman.
This boy right here.
We're gonna take my boy Luke Weiper.
Great pick. I'd be clapping right now. I'd be in the room with you, Jerick. I am high-fiving you in that draft room, man. In the war room.
Player that can play any of the guard positions. Any of the guard positions from day one, and if Mitch Morse does decide to retire, we can slide him in right in the center. Dude can play any team.
I disagree. I don't think Weipler can play guard. I think he's a center only.
He's a true.
You think he's a center only?
Yeah, he's a true center. But he's gonna be a beast, bro. He is
a true center. So just know. Now, I've talked about this before, and me and Tommy have talked about this. If you take a Weipler in round 2 and you bring him to camp and you like what you see, you can always release Morris and save money.
About $8 million. It's a lot of money.
Yep. So
a lot of money, Jerick.
tackle better than offensive guard. I
No,
understand
that was a great pick.
Daniel and Spin hate Spencer Brown. They don't want Spencer Brown. But at the end of the day, that's who's going to be our right tackle. I hate to tell you that. So, okay, we're in round 3.
Yeah.
What position you want to look at? If we're looking at wide receiver, we still have Tank Dell here, Michael Wilson here.
I'm just scrolling to see what we got, what we have.
I also like Kobe Turner as a 3 tech, not a 1 tech.
Hey, everybody in the chat, appreciate you showing up, man.
All right, so I see my guy here, so we're gonna scroll a little bit up. We're gonna go ahead.
See somebody.
This is gonna piss some people off, but damn it.
Oh no.
All right.
Jerick making people mad.
Everybody wanted Bijan Robinson, but that's not gonna happen. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take running back Sean Tucker from upstate New York, Syracuse, and we're gonna go ahead take our number 2 guy with Sean Tucker.
What round are we in? Round 3? We love round 3 running backs.
Listen,
Jerick Beane.
If I wasn't running the draft board for you, I'd be storming out of the draft room. Mad as hell right now at Brandon Beane.
I get
it. What are you doing to me? You're killing me, Small.
Hey, that's how I felt the last 2 years. But that's fine.
You and me both, brother. I've not been a fan of any of our drafts the last couple of years at all.
I know, right? It seems realistic, right? This seems like an actual Beane would do. Like what? Like you're taking this player?
This does seem like what Beane would do.
You're taking this player seriously? Okay, well I guess we just gotta live with it.
Yeah. I mean, they did that with Bernard last year in round 3.
What?
Oh, dude.
So we gotta have.
We were hot.
There's gotta be. Listen, we're not gonna have a perfect draft. We gotta have a bust somewhere.
He did it the year before when he took Boogie Basham, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get some of the things he does.
Dude, you're getting roasted in the chat.
You are, bro. If this was
what we're here for, man.
Oh my god!
Listen, I'm here for the smoke.
Oh, I love it, man. Hey, so this is great.
What position do you want to go?
This is why I wanted different people.
Let's scroll down. Let's see what's available.
Okay.
I love it. That's what he's doing, Scott. Trust me. I don't know if this is how Beane would draft, but Beane does love his running backs in round 3, so it's that wouldn't shock me either.
I also like Coburn as another one of those.
Yeah, I like
1 tech,
Coburn.
3 tech.
Yep.
Love Nick Saldawari as a possible tackle. He won't be a day 1 starter, but he definitely could be.
He could be.
He
could grow into
turn
that.
into right tackle or left tackle.
You just got called Bobby Hart by the chat, by the way, Jerick. I don't understand.
Oh my god.
This draft is a shit sandwich. That's beautiful.
Oh no.
All right, we're gonna piss off more people up here.
All right, go ahead.
Oh,
this is your draft, brother.
We gotta invest into the future. I like this player as a potential scheme fit. I like this player's leadership. I love his aggression. This is literally one of my favorite players in this draft. He's going to be an absolute gem, whatever team takes him. But we got to invest in our future, guys. We got to invest in the future, and we're going to do that by picking Christopher Smith, safety from Georgia.
Wow.
Undersized safety, huh?
Man.
Okay.
Ew.
All right, well, guess what? You're back on the clock, brother.
Jerick Beane with some wild picks this draft. I love it. Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep looking through. You know, we got Schumacher. See, and if I would have gone safety, I probably would have went Hickman over Smith. Smith has the pedigree coming from the Georgia defense. I'm concerned about his size.
Yeah. A lot of people it is, but he's kind of one of those players that plays a lot bigger than what his actual size kind of gives him out to be. But I like him. He could potentially be. I actually kind of, be honest with you, I kind of like him more as that hybrid guy. Maybe you can put him in kind of more as a star position type player than more than actual true safety. But that's a guy that actually has a lot more versatility through his game. I think he's one of the more versatile guys in this draft.
Okay, Daniel, I like this comment. We need starters this year, not future investments. What positions do you see that you need a starter at? Tell me that. That's what I want to know from the chat. Where do the Bills need to have starters this year? Because I can only think of one that they have announced to this point where we need it. I know, Spin. We all know you'll take 6 straight right tackles if you can. Okay, so let's go through the next one. Do you have a position, or do you want to just go through best available?
We're gonna look at receiver. Now we're gonna start investing a little bit more on the offensive side of the ball.
Okay. There are a few on here. Parker Washington. I'm a big fan of Parker Washington.
Oh, that's what we're taking.
Oh,
that's why we're receiving.
I already saw him. We're going Parker Washington. All right.
We're going Parker Washington here. We're gonna take the gem. We're gonna take a guy that could potentially make an impact from day one.
Yep. Underrated guy. He's one of those
very
gem
in this draft.
St. Brown type of guys who was going to go mid rounds and turn out to be really good. All right, then we're coming up to your last pick here. Do you? Oh,
I like this here, but
isn't he the undersized one though? 6'1".
Yeah, he's undersized, but man, he's a gem. But I like him.
I'm great pass rusher.
I like him too. I got him in one of my mock drafts. Like that.
I love Marte Mapu from Sacramento State, but he's gonna be transitioning from safety to linebacker.
We're gonna piss some more people off here. I listen. It is what it is, man.
Yeah. Do you know who you want?
Oh yeah, we're gonna piss some more people off.
Okay. Tell me.
Scott's poking his eyes out. Come on, Scott.
Don't worry. There's 2 more drafts coming.
We're gonna be taking Dorian Thomas Robinson, quarterback from UCLA.
Oh my Lord!
Wow.
We're gonna be pissing people off here, but we're gonna be taking. He's actually one of my favorite quarterbacks in this draft class.
6'2", 203. He had a really good throwing session in the combine.
He was one of the most improved players I think I've seen from this season. And again, I mean, like I said, if Josh Allen ever gets hurt, I mean, are we really gonna rely on the kid? Are we really gonna be relying on Kyle Allen to potentially be the future, to potentially be in there? Listen, we need a guy that can potentially fit the scheme. We need a guy that can at least have some sort of understanding. I like this guy's potential future. I like his development. Is he ever going to start for Buffalo? Probably not. But Buffalo needs a good backup. They need a backup. Kyle Allen's not the answer.
Me and Mikey, the scouts, are going to drinking right now. We have left.
We spent a year on our draft boards writing up things, and this is who we went with.
Meet us at the. Meet us for some wings and. Oh man!
They
gave me an A+ on the quarterback.
This is not a Brandon Beane draft. Look at the value. What does Brandon Beane does better than everybody? Draft well in the late rounds. What does Brandon Beane not do that well? Draft in the early rounds. You cannot tell me this is not a Brandon Beane draft.
No, that's a
Jerick Beane draft.
No, Maisie Smith round 1 is very much a Brandon Beane type of pick.
It is, but I don't think this year.
Luke Wepler in round 2.
I love that.
I don't hate it, but knowing he's gonna be a backup is gonna piss me off. Just like he's done the last 2 years in the second round.
That's Brandon Beane.
He hasn't drafted a starter in the second round in forever.
And then
Sean Tucker in the third is such a Brandon Beane move. Because why?
It really is. Hey, listen, I gotta think like Brandon Beane.
I gotta think like running back. Oh.
See, I don't think so, Mikey, on that. If they draft Luke Weipler, who's truly a center, we know this. He can't go in, he's not going at any other position. If they did draft him, I would almost guarantee or put money that they would cut Mitch Morse.
Depends on if he's ready.
No, I'm just being honest with you. Yeah, I get that, but I'm talking about during camp. If Luke Weipler was the real deal, which I think he is, I definitely would think, and I would also think that Beane would know that by drafting him, that there's a possibility that they would cut Morse if Weipler outperforms him in camp.
That might have been the worst thing anyone said in this entire roast session. This is a Russ Brandon draft.
What is he saying? What did I miss? Russ Brandon.
Russ Brandon draft.
Oh, yikes.
Okay.
Hold on. Daniel Spin, I challenge you to look at the last 3 drafts, especially what we did in the early 3 rounds, and you cannot tell me that my mock draft is just like those drafts.
Okay, real quick.
I challenge you to prove me wrong.
Real quick.
I challenge y'all.
Before we move forward, chat, because we got 13 of y'all now in here. It's getting a little bit more. Look at this draft right here, and I want you to put hashtag A, B, C, D, or F. I want to know your overall, what your honest opinion is of Jerick Beane's draft. So just go ahead and let us know. Hashtag C, A, B, C, D, F. What do you got? What do you got?
All right.
Give it Jerick.
Tommy.
Forget PFFs.
Yeah.
What?
So, Tommy, after this, I want you to go back through, capture each of the mock drafts, and then post them out on Twitter.
Oh, I got you. You been talking about separate videos? Trim them?
Yep.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, see that, Jerick? You're Jerick Beane. You're gonna have your own separate video for this, by the way.
Woo.
Yeah, I love it. Now,
we got
the funny part is, what if this is actually the real draft? Like, what if actually, like, if I look like a genius here, I want apologies.
No, I will be.
Hey, you got a D. You got a
out.
D.
Chuckles.
You got a D.
Got
D
Joey Spin. Daniel.
D is not terrible.
Listen,
is it? It's passing, right?
If this is the actual draft, I will give you love for the fact that you were Nostradamus and you predicted it, but I will be cussing Brandon Beane out if this is his actual draft. Sean Tucker in the third, shoot me now. I can live with some of the other ones that you made. Sean Tucker in the third, that's unforgivable. That's Terrell Bernard in the third, and I still haven't forgiven him for that.
Oh, I hated that move. I hated it so much.
I don't think the Bills draft a running back if they don't get one. If they don't get Bijan Robinson in the first, I'll be honest with you, and he's not going to slide to us. So I don't think they draft running back.
All that will mean is Beane got drunk before the draft.
Yeah,